You got the promotion. You moved into the apartment you always wanted. Your relationship looks great on the outside. Your friends think you have it together. And yet, late at night when everything is quiet, there's this feeling like something is missing, like you're watching your own life from behind glass. You should be happy. By every measure, you are. So why does it feel like you're not even there? If you've ever felt that hollow, unexplainable emptiness in the middle of what should be a full life, I want you to know something first. You are not broken, you are not ungrateful, and you are absolutely not alone. What you're feeling even has a name in psychology. And once you understand what's really happening inside your mind, not just on the surface, something shifts. Today we're going to go deep into why this happens, what it's actually telling you, and what to do when the life you built on the outside stops feeling like home on the inside. Stay with me, because this one is going to hit differently. Here's something nobody prepares you for. From the time you're a kid, you're handed a script. Get good grades, get the degree, get the job, get the relationship, get the house, get the life. And so you follow it. You work hard, you sacrifice, you delay gratification, you do everything right. And then one day, you look around at everything you built, and you wait for the feeling. The feeling that was supposed to come with all of it. The feeling that was supposed to make it worth it. And it's quiet. Psychologists call this the arrival fallacy. The false belief that achieving a goal will bring lasting happiness. The idea that once you get there, you'll finally feel complete. But the brain doesn't work that way. The moment you arrive, it moves the finish line. That promotion becomes the next promotion. That apartment becomes a house. That relationship becomes something you take for granted, and you're left chasing something that keeps disappearing just before you can touch it. But here's what's really going on underneath all of that. The emptiness you feel isn't about what you have or don't have. It's about disconnection. Disconnection from yourself. See, when we spend years building a life based on what we're supposed to want, what looks good to other people, what fits the script, we slowly lose contact with something deeper. Our actual values, our real desires, the things that genuinely light us up from the inside rather than look impressive from the outside. There's a concept in psychology called the false self, the version of you that was built to meet expectations, to be liked, to be approved of, to succeed by other people's definitions. And the true self, the part of you that has its own voice, its own needs, its own vision for what a meaningful life looks like, gets quieter and quieter the more you chase external validation. The emptiness you feel at night, that's your true self knocking. It's not telling you something is wrong with your life. It's telling you something is missing from it. And there's a difference. So what do most people do when they feel this emptiness? They add more goals, more achievements, more things to check off the list, more reasons to be proud on the surface. They think the problem is that they haven't done enough yet. But here's the painful truth. You cannot fill an internal void with external things. It's like trying to fill a hole in the ground with water. You pour and pour and pour, and it just keeps draining. Because the emptiness isn't created by a lack of achievement. It's created by a lack of meaning. And meaning doesn't come from what you accomplish. It comes from why you do it. It comes from connection, to people, to purpose, to something larger than your own resume. Harvard's longest-running study on human happiness, spanning over 80 years, found that the single strongest predictor of a fulfilling life wasn't wealth, wasn't status, wasn't achievement. It was the quality of your relationships, the depth of your connection to other people, the degree to which you felt truly known and truly seen. Not impressive, known. That's what fills the void. So do you actually do with this? First, stop treating the emptiness like an enemy. It's information. It's one of the most honest signals your inner life will ever send you. When you feel empty in the middle of what should be a full life, ask yourself this question. Not what do I need to add, but what have I been ignoring? What have you been pushing down to stay productive? What relationship have you been too busy to invest in? What part of yourself went quiet because it didn't fit the version of you the world wanted? Second, get radically honest about whose life you're actually living. Is this the life you chose or the life you were assigned? There's no judgment in that question. Most of us inherit our definition of success before we're old enough to question it. But at some point, the gap between the life you're living and the life that actually resonates with who you are becomes impossible to ignore. That gap is where the emptiness lives. Third, do one thing today that has no audience. Not for Instagram, not for your resume, not for anyone's approval. Something that feeds the part of you that never gets fed. The part that exists before achievement, before performance, before the version of you the world gets to see. Here's what I want to leave you with. The fact that you feel this emptiness, the fact that you're unsatisfied with a life that looks good from the outside, is not a flaw. It's a form of integrity. It means some part of you knows the difference between a life that looks successful and a life that actually feels like yours. And that part of you is worth listening to. You didn't come this far just to build something that looks right in photos. You came this far to build something that feels right when no one's watching. And if that's not what you have yet, it's not too late. It's never too late to come home to yourself. If this video reached something in you, something you've felt but never had words for, drop it in the comments. You don't have to explain it. Just say, I felt this. Because I promise you, someone else needs to read that. Share this with someone who needs it today. And subscribe, because we go this deep every single week. I'll see you in the next one.